Hello, everybody. Colsaurus Dickinsoni here, and excuse me. We are going to be having an interesting type of video. In this video, we're going to be going over a dinosaur field guide that I made when I was younger. I think I made this the year I was in fifth grade, maybe sixth grade. I think the summer of fifth grade. I could be wrong. And a little bit of background is that I had gotten the Jurassic World Dinosaur Field Guide. And I was inspired by it to make my own field guide. There was a couple, I'll kind of go over what I was inspired by that made me include the dinosaurs and prehistoric animals that I did. Um, it's very nice that this looks exactly just like a normal composition notebook and has no evidence whatsoever that this is a dinosaur field guide, but it is. I was originally going to do this for the entire summer, but I think I did like a week. Without further ado, let's actually get into it. Um, yeah. So, we're not going to look at that. First, we're just going to look at the table of contents. Oh, I'm sorry. It went through 8 days. So the table of contents, it is Concavenator, Kentrosaurus, which I spelled wrong, Tanistropheus, Postosuchus, Coelophysis, Ceratosaurus, Velociraptor, and Mosasaurus. Yes, my handwriting was and still is obviously amazing. But I looked through a few of them. I think I looked through up until Tanistropheus or Postosuchus. But then I was like, oh, this is going to make a great video. So yeah, let's get into the first one. The Concavenator. Look at that amazing paleo art right there. This medium-sized carnivore was 6 meters long and lived in what is now Spain. Concavenator was an extremely strange dinosaur. The first thing you will notice is the large reddish hump that it could have been used to store fat. It also has black quills on its forearms. This dinosaur is sand-colored with faint gray stripes to camouflage in the desert. Of course, we have no idea what color Concavenator or any of the dinosaurs are, but I went ahead and gave them colors and told why the colors are. And I think it's very funny that I use metric here, but in the rest of them I actually use feet. But yeah, the next one is Kentrosaurus, and oh my god, look at that. That is beautiful. Kentrosaurus, which it's supposed to be Kentrosaurus. Kentrosaurus was 17-foot stegosaur. Was a 7. It had a large olfactory bulb that gave this dinosaur a great sense of smell. Kentrosaurus was a herding dinosaur that lived in what is now Tanzania, and then in quotation marks, Africa, in case you didn't know where Tanzania is. It had a row of plates on its back that helped regulate temperature and spikes for defense. It was tawny to blend into the savanna environment. Of course, we now know that the plates were not used to regulate temperature and were actually used for display. And it's also funny because savannas theoretically could not have existed in the Mesozoic because grass had not evolved yet. So this is accurate. And this is the Tanistropheus with the accurate curved neck. Oh, that is beautiful. Tanistropheus was not a dinosaur, but an archosaur. That's right. It was 6 meters long. Oh, we're back to metric! And was found in Europe and China. It used its overly long neck to snatch fish out of the water and lizards out of the vegetation. The mostly fed at tide pools and was an excellent swimmer. We know that Tanistropheus was a horrible swimmer, actually. And I love how I gave it web feet. But I do like how I actually put that it would have eaten lizards out of vegetation because it's now known to be a more land-based carnivore. They had strong back legs. That's just one sentence. Tanistropheus neck bones were once thought to be the bones of a pterosaur. That is true. It was a cool blue with white, with what the heck? With white with green flecks. This does not make any sense for the role the colors don't make any sense. The next is the Postosuchus, which was definitely not inspired by the Safari Limited Postosuchus. Postosuchus was a 4-meter super croc that looked somewhat like a dinosaur. It lived in Texas in the Triassic period. Postosuchus had a tough hide and even tougher bite. It could have reared up to bite the neck or spine of its prey. And speaking of prey, it preyed on small dinosaurs and dictodonts. That's not how you spell dicynodont. A mammal-like reptile. This is awfully written. It was black with a yellow spine, tiny yellow flecks, and a cream underbelly. I was really obsessed with the word fleck, apparently. And I want to go ahead and note that my friend and I were each doing one of these at the time. He was doing one, too. If I ever got back in contact, I'd want to see his, and I could probably make a video on it, too. Coelophysis, which is, I think is actually spelled right, but is written even worse. In fact, did he write this? Because this doesn't look like my old handwriting. I don't know. The Coelophysis was 10 feet long. Oh, we're back to customary. And about 59 inches tall. It was located in what is now New Mexico and Arizona. It eats small... Oh, gotta use present tense when we're talking about a prehistoric animal. Small reptiles and fish. It lived in the late Triassic time period. This was not written by me. Its main enemy was Postosuchus. Coelophysis had no friends.
And holy shit, we'll always love you. I can't believe you did this to me, guys.
Coelophysis had no friends and weighed 55 pounds or 25 kilograms. They traveled in packs. Coelophysis is the state fossil of New Mexico, and it was blue-green. Okay, now that I think that it's good to say the no friends is based on what the Jurassic World Field Guide said. It said, like, the enemies and the friends of each dinosaur, which is stupid. But, I don't think this was written by me. Were there any of them? Yeah, because this looks like me. And, oh, it's Kentrosaurus dickinsoni. Everyone look. That's one of my first drawings of Ceratosaurus. I don't know, get 15 likes on this video and I will change my profile to this Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus was a large-sized theropod. It was not. They lived in Colorado, Wyoming, and Utah. The Ceratosaurus was 24 feet long and weighed over a ton. It lived in the late Jurassic. It ate sauropods, stegosaurs, ornithopods, and smaller theropods. It probably did not eat sauropods or stegosaurs. Smaller theropods like Compsognathus, which lived in Italy, and this lived in North America. Different subspecies ate different things, though. That is true. That's kind of what happens with the majority of animals with subspecies. Ceratosaurus was pure amber with a violet violet red head. Very nice. Oh, that's an accurate Velociraptor. Look at that. Look at how feathered it is. I gave it feathers, guys. Look at its little wings. So bad. Velociraptor was a small theropod that was 6 to 8 feet, probably more in the 6-foot range, actually. It lived in the late Cretaceous of Mongolia. They had lots of feathers covering their body. The Velociraptor hunted in packs. We don't know that. They hunted Protoceratops, which I spelled wrong. Shibuya, I was obsessed with Alvarsaurs back then. And Oviraptor, just singular Oviraptor, just one. They also ate Protoceratops and Therizinosaurus eggs. I doubt this thing would go after a Therizinosaurus nest. Velociraptor was gold with deep red feathers, because that makes it look cool. Anything with red on it is cool. And I think there's only like one left. Mosasaurus. And I didn't get this one done. Mosasaurus was a 50-foot aquatic reptile. Mosasaurus. Okay. Well, that is beautiful. Let's go over the illustrations again. Oh, by the way, this Concavenator was based on the Carnegie one, which I really wanted back then. And look at snarling. I think that's pretty cool. So we got the Kentrosaurus and the Tanistropheus, the Postosuchus and the Coelophysis, and the Ceratosaurus and the Velociraptor. And that is Cole Dickinson's Dinosaur Field Guide. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's something a little bit strange, but I found this when I was redoing my room, and I was like, I have to make a video on this. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Remember, 15 likes, and I will change my profile to the Ceratosaurus I drew in 5th grade. And leave a comment about what your favorite was, what the funniest thing was. Also leave future video ideas. And I guess without further... Oh, sorry. Also subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit post notifications to get notified every time I upload a video just like this one. And without further ado, Colesaurus Dickinsoni, signing out.